The countdown is on.
Marshall's buyers hustle until the last minute, so there's always incredible new gifts in store. We get the deals. You gift the good stuff.
I'll give you what you want.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein.
Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein. 30 grams protein, 1 gram sugar, 25 vitamins and minerals, and nutrients for immune health.
Well, I lost half a day of skiing.
Tomorrow on ET, from Gwyneth to Prince Harry, our look back on the celeb court cases that captivated us all.
But we leave you now with the movie that still has the box.
Happening now.
Thousands of people are crossing over the U.S.-Mexico border into Eagle Pass, many waiting in this field overnight for Border Patrol to process them. Coming up, why officials only expect this crowd to get bigger.
This isn't just another subdivision. A Habitat for Humanity community, Rancho Carlota, is a result of each homeowner's sweat equity. You'll see what I mean coming up.
A damp stretch of weather is on the way until our next cold front arrives. We'll talk about how much rain and moisture we could see and an update to Christmas in just a bit.
We start with this tonight. Thousands of migrants continuing to make their way across the border and into the U.S. Now, Border Patrol says that more than 4,400 people right here cross through into the Del Rio sector, which includes Eagle Pass. That's where Daniela Ibarra joins us from now live. Daniela, local leaders expect this number, although it's large now, they're expecting it to get even bigger.
Yeah, that's right. Congressman Tony Gonzalez says that he expects this crowd to get way bigger, especially as we get closer to the holidays. Now, the people behind me, they have been waiting for hours, some even overnight, to get processed. Now, you might be able to tell that this crowd is big just from our perspective, but I want to show you some video we took earlier from the drone. It really gives you perspective on how massive this group is. Now, the migrants take up a good portion of this field that you're looking at. Representative Gonzalez says this wave exhausts border communities like Eagle Pass. He's actually sending a letter to several congressional leaders pleading for help. Gonzalez says there's a severe security gap that needs to be closed.
I don't care how we got here. I don't care whose fault it is. I don't care about the politics. I want this to end, and I want our country to be safe.
And earlier this week, Governor Greg Abbott signed SB 4. It's a bill that allows local police to arrest migrants who are coming over here illegally. It's not in effect yet. We did ask Tony Gonzalez about that, and coming up at 6, you'll hear what he has to say.
Daniela, we want you to stay right there because I do have a question for you. Where are the people, the migrants, coming from?
Yeah, so Border Patrol actually released a list of all the countries of the people who are waiting here behind me, the countries that they represent. So there's around 30 of them. A good majority of them, about 20 or so, are Latin American countries.
All right, now final question here. Give us an idea as to the context, right? Because we see the massive crowd there behind you, but on a normal, typical day, how many migrants typically come through and get processed?
So like you mentioned earlier, yesterday and the day before, they saw about 4,000 migrants come over. To give you perspective on what would be considered a normal day, it's around 1,000.
So 4 times as much. Daniela Ibarra joining us live from Eagle Pass. Thank you for that live report, Daniela. In other news now, at least one person is recovering at the hospital after a fire broke out late this morning. According to San Antonio fire crews, that fire started around 11:30 this morning in the back of that home on Maiden Lane near Culebra Road. 2 people inside of the home got out on their own, but fire crews had to go in, rescue 2 other people. Firefighters don't know at this point if the family's 2 dogs made it out. Believe it or not, today also marks 2 years since 3-year-old Lena Keel disappeared from a playground near the medical center area. Now, despite several tips over the last 2 years, investigators still haven't been able to find the now 5-year-old. Advocates for the Keel family believe that someone out there has key information that could bring Lena home.
This family has been waiting too long, and they really need some information on where their daughter is, and if you're able to help, I would say please do. This is a season of hope.
So we're going to show you an age progression sketch. It shows what Keel could look like now. We don't have it right there on our screen. Okay, well, let's move on. Then San Antonio police and the FBI say that they're looking for clues so that if you know anything that can help them find Lena Keel, you can call police at 210-224-STOP. So now you deserve a thank you. Remember that coat drive that we told you about last month? Well, United Way's Project Warmth coat drive surpassed its donation goal, which is amazing. The local organization is in its 9th year of doing that coat drive, and this year, people donated more than 800 coats, and their goal was 500. More than 450 families in our area now have warm coats for the colder weather.
It's getting a little cold now, but it's going to get much colder in January and February. So it's just nice to know there's 800 kids out there. They're just going to be able to play outside and have some fun with their family, and their parents won't have to worry about that additional cost.
Yeah, it's not fun dealing with the cold. United Way hosts drives throughout the year to help families in need, and its next drive, it's going to happen in February. You can learn more about how to help or be a part of the drive by heading to our website, KSAT.com. So here's something else that's pretty cool. After a few lean years, this was a record year for Habitat for Humanity of San Antonio. It closed on 60 homes this year, but looking ahead, our Jesse Degollado says that Habitat for Humanity expects to see more demand for its services since, 1, more people need more affordable housing, and 2, building costs are getting more expensive.
This is what dreams come true look like. Rancho Carlota is a Habitat for Humanity community of first-time home buyers.
It's amazing how Habitat helps so many families to become a homeowner.
Maria Crispin is one of Habitat's 60 new homeowners this year, a new record.
We really were able to do that because of the generosity of all of our donors, but also the city of San Antonio and Bexar County.
Weiss says COVID relief monies help the city and county pay for streets, sidewalks, and infrastructure. Banks and businesses, faith groups and nonprofits, and others covered the record high construction costs from $95,000 per home in 2020 to $135,000 this year. But the 0% interest hasn't gone up, and mortgage payments are still under $900. Even more incentive for record numbers of Habitat for Humanity applicants, up to 4,500 families.
There is an absolute need. You know, there's a rising demand out there. There's so much need in San Antonio, Bexar County.
To help meet the demand, other than skilled labor hired by Habitat, the rest is up to dedicated volunteers and the home buyers themselves. Maria Crispin wanted a home badly enough for her and her 2 children. She was willing to work for it.
Maria's a hard worker. She did more than 300 hours of sweat equity. She's built on her home and built on her neighbors' homes.
On not just any piece of land.
The 90 acres that make up Rancho Carlota were part of a Spanish land grant for one of the oldest ranches in Bexar County, dating back to 1778.
I think the people who originally had this land would love to see it go towards so many families.
Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
Love that story. All right, switching gears now. We are already talking elections, my friends. In just a few days, the city of Kerrville is going to accept applications for city council. This is specifically for people who want to be mayor or be council member in places 3 or 4. People can start picking up applications starting January 3rd, and they have from January 17th to February 16th to then turn in that paperwork. And by the way, this is for the May 4th election. So now let's go to the presidential election. Former President Donald Trump is not going to be on the primary ballot in Colorado. This was really an unprecedented ruling from the Colorado Supreme Court. No former president has ever been deemed ineligible to run for that job. The justices made their ruling based on Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which bars anybody from holding office who took an oath to the Constitution and then engaged in insurrection or rebellion.
I agree with the Colorado Supreme Court's decision. But with that said, I will follow the law and the United States Constitution because unlike Donald Trump, I believe that's what elected officials should be doing. And if a court decides that he is on the ballot, I, of course, will follow that.
So President Trump's legal team says that it does plan to appeal that decision to the U.S. Supreme Court. Now back here at home, let's give you a live look at our traffic situation right now. That's Loop 410 at Blanco, where you can see things are moving a little slower, but nonetheless, they are moving. It is, after all, 5:06 p.m. right now, and a lot of people are heading home.
And it may be fairly cloudy, but those clouds really aren't dropping much in terms of rainfall. Just a few drips and drops here and there. It's going to change overnight, though, and become damp. Temperature-wise, 50 this morning, 73 for the high temperature. Weather watchers, for the most part, around that 70-degree mark. Floresville, Santa Maria, 73. Del Rio, 67. Mico at 68 degrees, 71 currently near Lavernia, and 69 in Bulverde. This evening, temperatures not dropping much. We'll get down to about 59 at midnight and then just stay there. Temperatures on cruise control the rest of the night, but it's going to get damp and drizzly. We'll talk more about that dampness, how long it's going to last, and what kind of real rain we could see in just a bit.
All right, Adam, thank you. Now, the Transportation Security Administration says that its holiday travel period kicks off tomorrow, which also happens to be one of its busiest days. The concern here is that record travel could collide with winter weather. Karen Kafa has the details on how the federal government and airlines are both preparing.
It's going to be a blockbuster holiday season in the skies, according to AAA.
The thing is, more people are going to be traveling now that they ever have.
With flights near or at capacity between now and New Year's, there's pressure for airlines to keep things moving.
When we see delays, whether it be from weather or just a technical delay in getting a flight out of the gate, it impacts the whole schedule for the day.
And Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says weather disruptions could be on the radar.
We may see some bad weather impacting travel around Christmas and New Year's. FAA is working closely with airlines to plan for that possibility.
But Buttigieg says that 2023 has seen the lowest commercial flight cancellation rate in the last 5 years. And experts deem Thanksgiving, which saw some new holiday peaks for the TSA and airlines, a success.
Obviously, weather delays and cancellations are a very real thing this time of year. But I think in terms of what airlines can control, we've seen improvements, and Thanksgiving was proof of it.
Airlines indicating better preparation for the holiday rush.
We've seen in the last couple of years recovering from the pandemic, staffing shortages, training gaps, impacting not just airlines and airports, but the entire aviation industry. The good news heading into this holiday season is that an incredible amount of resilience has been added.
For the busy stretch between now and New Year's, the FAA has also opened some additional military airspace. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
We want you to stick around. Still ahead, a major warning on a popular blender, the injuries being associated with it, and what you need to do if it's giving you problems. Also, there's a growing area on the southeast side of the city is expected to bring more jobs to our area. We're going to tell you which company is the latest to open shop.
I'm Myra Arthur here in the newsroom, and here's a look at what we're working on for the news at 6 o'clock. A San Antonio police officer suspended 5 days for neglect of duty. Discipline files show that Officer Jonathan Reyes spent close to 3 hours at a Southeast Side hotel last year while he was supposed to be working. But records obtained by KSAT Investigates show there is much more to this story, including allegations that Reyes had an affair with a fellow SAPD officer while on the clock.
Did you engage in an affair while on duty for the San Antonio Police Department?
It's from the officer's divorce. Records from those divorce paints a much different picture about what was possibly going on. Plus, deaths of homeless people in Bexar County spiking. So what plan the San Antonio mayor says the city may need to double down on now. And an Ecuadorian family stranded at the local migrant resource center here in San Antonio. They may be out of luck if that center doesn't get more funding next month. How they got stuck here and why they aren't the only ones having issues at the center. All that and more coming your way today on the news at 6.
Myra, thank you for that. So you hear this all the time. The number one rule in business is location, 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 right? And one of the hottest locations right now is Brooks on the southeast side of San Antonio. The latest company looking to set up shop there is the Simwan NA Corporation. It basically supplies parts to Tesla. Construction's already underway, and we don't know how many jobs the company is going to add to the area, but leaders at Brooks are saying that it's going to open sometime next year. Okay, question here. Do you have one of these blenders we're about to tell you about? Consumer Reports says that there have been complaints about the BlendJet 2 portable blender. People have been getting hurt while using it. There it is. There's a report that one of those blenders exploded. There's another report that a 2-year-old got hurt after turning the BlendJet 2 on without its lid and then put her hand in it. There's also a third complaint that the blender started smoking while it was still plugged in. So if you own one of those blenders and you're having issues, you can contact the maker through its support page. We also have a link for you on KSAT.com. Just scan that QR code on your screen and it'll take you right there. Comcast is saying that hackers may have accessed the personal information of almost 36 million of its Xfinity customers. Xfinity provides broadband internet, wireless service, and pay TV. The breach happened sometime in October. It was the result of a vulnerability in third-party cloud computing software made by Citrix. Comcast says that it's requiring customers now to reset their passwords, and it's also recommending that they enable multi-factor authentication. Meanwhile, Citrix has said that it's encouraging customers to apply its software patches ASAP. Okay. Back here, taking a live look right there. Some overcast, 69 degrees right now. But you know what we got to talk about? Rain.
Yes, a little bit of rain. It's going to become damp overnight tonight and basically every morning all the way through Christmas Eve up until Christmas Day. Take a look at the actual rain chances, though. We're talking 30 to 40% through Sunday morning. However, when it comes to drizzle and dampness, it's about 100%. That's going to settle in later tonight, so anticipate to wake up to overall dampness, wet roads. Trails will be wet and a little muddy out there, and that's going to be the case every morning. We did see a few showers fall from the clouds that we have overhead right now. We had a few sprinkles in San Antonio and detecting a few leaving Lavaca County right now on authority radar, but that's it. Really not much rain to show for this. You look at the big picture and things are coming together in terms of precipitation and rain. You look at New Mexico, Arizona, starting to creep into West Texas. It's coming together there. That's where the best energy is, and the best energy is going to slide into North and East Texas. This is all in advance of this big upper level low pressure system just west of California right now. A lot of moisture coming onshore in California, that's for sure. That heads eastward, and with this southwesterly flow aloft on the base of that, it's going to keep throwing some impulses of energy our way. Keep the clouds overhead and give us a few of those isolated to widely separated showers from time to time. Tonight, all the way through Sunday morning. Here's our futurecast. And we're starting it tomorrow. We'll have the low clouds, drizzle, and dampness in the morning. Kind of a sloppy start to the day. Then we get to the midday and afternoon. Notice a few little pop-up brief sprinkles or light showers here and there. Not a whole lot of coverage, only about 30 to 40% of our area. Slightly better chances into tomorrow night and very early on Friday morning. We'll have more energy at that point and notice the futurecast popping up, maybe even a brief thunderstorm, non-severe thunderstorm here and there. But overall, that activity would be very isolated. Just in general, overall dampness all the way through Sunday with up to about a half inch of rain to show for it. So we'll have some wet commutes out there, drizzle, dampness, fog, reduced visibility, road spray, and up to about a half inch to show for it. But I mentioned the main energy being off to the north of us. Dallas, Waco to Houston points eastward. They could get a good 2 inches of rain from now all the way through Sunday. We're on the tail end of it with the lesser amounts. As for a white Christmas, well, we know that's not going to be the case around here. But it's fun to see how far you have to travel to get to it. We actually only have 15.7% of snow cover right now across the lower 48 at the moment. And that's minimal. That's way below average. It's actually been pretty warm across the northern states. But as we go through the next few days, all the way through Christmas, we will get a little bit more in the Intermountain West. So basically, you'd have to take a long road trip to the ski resorts of northern New Mexico and parts of Colorado to get into the snow. 69 right now. As I mentioned before, temperatures not falling a whole lot overnight, just another 10 degrees. Dew points are in the 50s, already up from what we had a few days ago. It's going to get and feel muggy Friday through Sunday. Then a weak cold front comes in, and just in time for Christmas, we sweep away the humidity and all the drizzly dampness that's going to be associated with it. Near 70 tomorrow afternoon, despite the clouds and that dampness, will be up near 70 degrees. Christmas Day, low humidity, sunny, 67, the near average temperatures the rest of next week.
Adam, thank you. All right, that puts a smile on my face, but so does this. UTSA wanted something. They worked for it. And they got it.
And they got it, yeah. And speaking of smiling, it was great to see Coach Traylor and all the UTSA Roadrunner football players on the field in Frisco smiling after they won the bowl game, the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. They are the champs. And Owen McCowan led the way. Plus, it's National Signing Day. We're going to catch up with the Steel Knights who are moving on. Coming up.
Thank you. I'm ready to get in that shower and get this coffee. It tasted good, but it's awful cold. Thank y'all. God bless. Birds up.
Jeff Traylor enjoyed some ice-cold coffee after the Roadrunners bowl win in big board sports. Quarterback Frank Harris didn't play in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl last night because of an injured shoulder, so the Roadrunners turned the ball over to redshirt freshman Owen McCown, and after a 2-interception start to the game, he tore it up. Late second quarter, he throws this short pass to Joshua Cephas, which turns out to be a 44-yard touchdown, tying the game at 14-all. UTSA led Marshall 21-17 at halftime. Third quarter now, McCown with the ball goes play action, and then he finds David Amador to his left, and this will go down as a 19-yard touchdown reception to make it 28-17 UTSA, his first career TD. Time to give Coach Traylor his cold coffee shower. UTSA wins the Frisco Bowl 35-17. McCown passing for 251 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks.
For sure, yeah, very confident. Guys like Frank, he helped me get ready, just told me to be me. Had myself very, very confident. Like I said, rough start, but Coach Burke and offense, we got it rolling.
Now, unfortunately, hard-hitting safety Rashad Wisdom suffered a broken arm during the game. He finished with 3 tackles, and we wish him a speedy recovery. The next group of college athletes signed their national letters of intent today at schools all across the San Antonio area. Over at Steele High School, the Knights had 8 athletes from all different sports, including swimming, volleyball, soccer, basketball, and 2 football players. And both of those guys, Dante Carter and Alvin Williamson Jr., are both committed to Vanderbilt. And they told us how it feels knowing they'll continue playing together at the next level.
There's no better feeling than having a true brother come with you onto your next journey that you're about to take. So I'm just tremendously thankful for that guy because that's my right-hand man, best guy at my wedding. I'm just really thankful for that. He's my brother and he's going with me.
Me and him made sure that we committed to Vanderbilt for like our own reasons, but now that we've realized that, I'm saying, our reasons line up and we're able to go together, I mean, it's just a blessing because having my brother, somebody that you grew up with since we were kids, I mean, going to college is just a big thing.
That is pretty cool. We also went to Smithson Valley Clemens and Veterans Memorial signing days. We'll hear from those athletes later on today.
Such an exciting time of year. I love knowing and then keeping up with them. Right,
yeah,
as they
seeing how
their journey.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Thank you. We'll be right back after this.